My goal on stage is try to be as much try to be as close as I can to Taylor Swift as possible. That is the whole goal.
Red, a Taylor Swift tribute, is coming to Hays Friday. 1019 The Bull's Dustin Armbruster speaks with headliner Lauren Corzine to get all the details on this episode of the Post podcast.
Now, if I would just say the name Lauren, people would be like, wow, wonder who that is. Lauren, you are with Red, a Taylor Swift tribute. Tell us about this show. This is something very unique for the Hays area.
Is it really? Well, that's funny because Taylor Swift has the top tour in the world right now. So it's really cool that I'll be given the opportunity to connect with Swifties in Kansas. I'm very excited. I have been a Taylor Swift tribute artist since 2021. And it's been really exciting because I myself am a big Taylor Swift fan. I've been following her since I was 12 years old. And she has been making albums since she was 15, and now she's been doing this 16 years now. So I've been following her music career thus far, and it's really exciting to perform her songs, which are some of my favorite songs, to other Swifties. And I'm really excited to bring it to Kansas this weekend.
How does one go about it, or I shouldn't say go about, but how do you end up doing this particular thing for a career? I mean, this is something to me that is quite fascinating.
Really? So I have been a country artist for 10 years. I've been a traveling musician for 10 years. And so COVID happened. And over COVID, I was looking for different opportunities to kind of branch out and make a little more money because I wasn't booking as much as Lauren Corzine at the time. And so I decided, tribute bands were kind of popping up and becoming a bigger deal in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm from Texas, so that's kind of where it originated. And I thought, what would happen if I pretended to be Taylor Swift on stage and sing her songs? So I have been watching her, obviously, for all these years and been able to mimic her as best I can and, play guitar and sing and just copy her mannerisms and sing her songs. So I have a passion for it, really, and I think I challenge myself every show to see how much closer can I get to emulating the real thing. You know what I mean?
We're talking with Lauren Corzine, who is the person for Red, a Taylor Swift tribute, Fox Theater, downtown Hays, on Friday night. Tickets are available at eventbrite.com. We'll mention that a couple of more times. So in your show, Lauren, how much of it is you trying to beat Taylor Swift, but then also is there any part of it that's still Lauren?
No. So my goal on stage is try to be as much try to be as close as I can to Taylor Swift as possible. That is the whole goal. It's the challenging part, I think, of being a tribute artist is to see how much of Lauren can I not be when I'm on stage. But like I said, and I don't want to say easy in a pretentious way, but it is kind of easy because I've been watching her for so many years. I'm a huge Swiftie. And when I was touring as a country artist, I was so much of a Swiftie that I was told, oh my gosh, stop talking about how much you love Taylor Swift because they're going to do nothing but compare her, to you or compare you to her. And I was like, well, now that's not a problem. So let's take that out of the equation. Now I want to be compared to her as much as possible.
You mentioned this kind of started when you were with COVID and that timing. When did this start? When did it start to hit this like, wow, I can really, really make a big deal out of this? So I would say when Taylor Swift went back on tour, that's kind of when my tour revved up a little bit. Taylor Swift is in extreme demand right now. She is booking leg after leg and booking more and more shows every day. Like I said, it's now her tour has broken records. It's the number one top grossing tour ever. I mean, beating Michael Jackson's records, just crazy. And so I think her getting to that level has helped me book more shows. And it's really, really cool because there's so many Swifties that did not get tickets to her show. And so like I said, I'm not the real thing, but it is really cool to go into these cities and sing Taylor Swift songs for Taylor Swift fans that will not be able to attend the Eras Tour for whatever reason. It's a really great opportunity. Will people hear songs from the very beginning of Taylor Swift's career to now, or do you kind of narrow it down to the more recent stuff?
Oh no, we pride ourselves in going through every single era. So we call it it's kind of a running joke, mini eras tour. We go through debut till now, midnight, the whole everything, and re-releases obviously, but we go through every single era.
We're talking with Lauren Corzine. You'll hear Lauren this Friday night at the Fox Theater, downtown Hays, in Red, a Taylor Swift tribute. And now I've got a few questions for you. First of all, have you met Taylor Swift before? Have you had that pleasure?
I have not had the pleasure of meeting Taylor Swift. It would be a dream come true if I did, but not just yet, no.
Favorite Taylor Swift song to perform?
Oh my gosh. Probably All Too Well, the 10-minute version. But it's hard. I also love everything off of 1989. So Blank Space, Style. 1989 is my favorite Taylor Swift record. So probably anything off of 1989 or All Too Well 10-minute version. But like I said, that's a hard question.
Okay, on the flip side of that, I won't say the one that you least like to perform, but is there a hardest song to perform? Whether that's because of the vocal range or the guitar playing, is there a hard song to perform?
So I think what can be hard or challenging is trying to emulate Taylor Swift's, not necessarily her stage presence, but when you go see her concert, there's a lot going on. So when you're trying to emulate her show as much as possible, you also have to have a lot going on. So I jump around on stage a lot. So there's some songs that require more out of me vocally, and I'm also jumping around a lot. So like the song Story of Us, I would say is challenging because I'm moving around a lot and then also trying to sing with not very many breaks.
So that
would be my answer to it.
So you kind of led me into my next question. My next question was going to be, there's a lot of movements in a Taylor Swift concert. What is your workout routine in order to be able to stay in shape for this thing?
Oh, my goodness. Well, recently I got into Pilates. So I've been going to Pilates at 5:30 a.m. every morning for the past month. And then I do a lot of cardio. I think every interview I've seen of lead singers and frontmen, they just do so much cardio because a good frontman, right, is doing lots of cardio just because you're talking, you're singing, and you're running around trying to entertain a whole room of people. Cardio.
The show is going to be Friday night at the Fox Theater in downtown Hays. Lauren, give us an idea of some of the places that you have performed at. Are you all around the country? We're smack dab in the middle of the United States. Are you more Midwest? Where do you perform at?
So this is a really exciting time for me. So this fall is kind of the first time my band is going national. Up until this point, our band has been playing mostly Texas for the past, 3 years. So now we're booking nationally. And last weekend was my first time bringing the Red Show right outside of Texas. So last weekend we were in Seattle, and then we headed over to Pennsylvania, and we have the pleasure of playing in Kansas this weekend. So it's a really exciting time for my band, and also a really exciting time for me and my music career. It's a milestone for sure.
I want to ask a couple of Lauren questions. Okay, this isn't Lauren as Taylor Swift. I want a couple of Lauren questions. When you're not listening to Taylor Swift, who do you listen to these days?
Okay, so the past couple of weeks, I've been really into the 1975, and that's pretty much all that's playing in my house right now is the 1975, which is actually kind of Taylor Swift related, but that's a different story for a different day. But they're amazing. That's what on my playlist right now.
We will jot down 1975. Okay, next question is, what do you do for some fun and relaxation away from performing Red, the Taylor Swift tribute?
Oh my gosh. Well, like I said, I've been really into Pilates lately. I love hanging out with my friends. I love going vintage shopping. And I love baking. So now that it's fall, baking season has well, not really fall. It's still hot outside, but I can pretend it's fall when I'm in my kitchen late at night baking. It's pumpkin season, so it's time to bake, I guess.
And this one is more related back then to your show a little bit. Are there some bucket list places that you would like to play? Are there some venues that you would like to perform at?
Well, the number one on my list is number one because it's nostalgic. The Majestic Theater in San Antonio, Texas is probably number one right now because I grew up going there. My grandmother always brought all of my cousins there growing up. And so I've been in that room so many times, and it would just be a pleasure to be able to play on that stage. That would be a dream come true for me.
All right, Lauren, here is my final question. In radio, we sell commercials in 30-second increments. So if you had 30 seconds, which I'm going to give you right now, if you have 30 seconds just to sell somebody on why they should buy a ticket to come see Red, a Taylor Swift tribute on Friday in downtown Hays, what would you tell them?
Here's what I would say. Here's my commercial starting now. I am a huge Taylor Swift fan, and I come across people that do not like Taylor Swift, and they come to a tribute show and they end up falling in love, not in love with me, not necessarily in love with my band, but they fall in love with hearing Taylor Swift songs and then hearing these songs sung by a huge group of Swifties. And there's really nothing like it, because Taylor Swift songwriting really connects with adolescents and people growing up and going through breakups and moving out of their parents' house or going to college or any major milestone. Taylor Swift has always been really good at writing from all angles, and it's such an awesome experience being able to attend a Taylor Swift, even if it's a tribute show. And even if you've never heard her songs, or you consider yourself to be anti-Taylor Swift, I promise you that if you come this weekend, you will fall in love with her songs, you will fall in love with her writing, and you will fall in love with hearing all of these people sing her songs. There's really, really nothing like it. So I guarantee you will have a great time.
7 o'clock Friday night, the Fox Theater, downtown Hays. Tickets at eventbrite.com. It's Lauren Corzine. She is Red, a Taylor Swift tribute. Lauren, it was an absolute joy to talk to you today.
Oh, thank you so much, Dustin. I'm so excited to come to Hays this weekend. It's going to be a blast. I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing.